Hello and welcome to a new edition of our program Today's Youth, and we are delighted to be hosting today our guest, Mr. Eyad Yasser. He's a Spanish translator. He will talk to us more about his career. Good afternoon.
Hello, thank you for this introducing for me. I am delighted to be here with you because I think it's my first time to have this conversation in a program, in a television program. So I want to introduce myself. I am Eyad Yasser Hanafi. I have 22 years old. I was graduated in Faculty of Arts, Spanish department. In 2022.
Yes. So you are a fresh graduate.
Yeah, exactly. Now I am working in the Embassy of Bolivia as a translator and the cultural assistant. And I have enough experience in job market. Like I was a translator with the delegation of Venezuela in COP27 in Sharm el-Sheikh. I translated a book from English into Spanish, and another book that have been published yet from Arabic into Spanish. And I want to mention also that I have an experience in radio in Spanish here.
Spanish radio broadcasting.
Yeah, in radio, exactly.
Yes. So, Yasser, why did you choose Spanish as a specialty?
Okay, my passion for Spanish.
You told me it started years ago, not only in the university.
When I was like 10 years old or 11 years old, I started to search about the culture of Spain, the culture of America, of Latin America, and I discovered that there are like 21 countries that have this language, like mother language. 21 countries.
So we have a large number of population speaking Spanish language. Not only Spain, of course.
No. Like 20 in Latin America, and we have a country in Africa, Guinea. So I think Spanish is muy important to us, like Arabic people, because we know that the culture of Spain, like the Arab people was there in Spain like centuries. There in Spain, in Latin America also. So I think that the culture of Spain is very important for us, like youth, very important for the universities, like in schools. So I saw that Spanish would be like the future of our country, of this language, like with French and English.
Yes. So, Yasser, also, can you tell me more about what did you discover about the Spanish culture when you started to read about it when you were so young, as you said, 10 or 11 years old?
11 years.
And what attracted you about this culture?
Okay, very good question. The existence of Arabians or Arabic people
living there for many years,
centuries there, and we have like mosques there in Spain, and the heritage, a very good heritage there in Spain. So I was asking, because we have this heritage in Spain, and Spain doesn't or it's not very near. So I asked my father, I asked friends, because the Arabic people go to Spain to discover Spain, and then I discovered that Spain, like it's a very important, because in Europe, you know, they have the sea, and they also interested in this culture. So I saw that the Spanish is muy important, and also the language. You know, we in Spanish we have like more than 6,000 words. The original the Arabic language.
And this is so many.
So many and more than.
Can you give us an example?
Okay. in Spanish we say a t-shirt, camisa.
Camisa, yes.
Camisa.
It is like
Arabic. In Arabic. Camis, camisa. And there is a palace there in Spain named Alhambra. Alhambra is Al-Hamra.
Al-Hamra, yes.
Qasr Al-Hamra. So it's a very
it's
very important and very interesting for
any Arabic person to learn more about the Spanish language.
Yeah. And it's a
this
very
is what
important.
attracted you.
Yeah. And then every one of us we like football, you know. So I like football. I like the Real Madrid.
Real Madrid,
so I was watching this the match with my father. So I asked him that I need to talk like these players.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I went to discover more about Spain, and I've discovered.
You visited Spain before, of course.
When I was young, yeah.
When you were young.
Yeah.
Okay. So can you tell me also about the activities of the Spanish Culture Center? Are you keen to participate in the activities of the Spanish Culture Center, and to what extent it is succeeding in its mission of spreading Spanish language and Spanish activities here in Egypt?
Okay, I think that the Spanish Culture Center have a role, muy important role in spreading the culture of his country. Like, you know, every week I think so. Every week they're having an event to talk about the culture of Spain, the culture of every country of Latin America. Like, for example, the next week, I think the next week they will have an event for a writer, a Colombian writer, will be here in Egypt to talk about the translation of her book. Into Arabic, so it's very important because it's for free and everyone can attend there to talk, to have conversation, to know more about the writer, to know more about the book, to know more about the country. So I think the role of the Spanish culture center is it's very important.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry that while I'm talking in English, Spanish.
Yes. Yes. Yad, we'll go Yad for a short break, dear viewers, and we'll be back to continue this interesting discussion with our dear guest, Mr. Eyad Yasser, and Spanish translator. Welcome back, dear viewers, and you are still watching today's youth program, and our guest for today, Mr. Eyad Yasser, Spanish translator. So, Yasser, as we were talking about the Spanish language and to what extent it is attractive to Arabs because it has many Arabic words in it. So, if we talk also about what did you learn from this field?
A very good question. Also, what I have learned from this field that I need to to do things with a perfect way. Because you know we are like translators. We need to do that because sometimes we translate for presidents of countries.
You have to be so
like
concentrating
accurate.
First and accurate.
Yeah. So if I have a mistake, this mistake can be forgiven. So what I've learned is to be perfect, to be accurate. To search more about the cultures, search more about the translation, search more about, you know, like background of the words, of expressions. So it's not easy, but it's very interesting and very exciting.
So also, can you tell me more about the books that you translated, and why did you choose these books?
Okay, the books that I translated from Spanish into Arabic, because I have translated two books. The first book was talking about
from Spanish to Arabic.
From Spanish to Arabic, about the war, the civil war in Spain.
War. Yes, it's a political book.
It's a political book because here in Egypt we don't know enough about
history. It's historical book.
Yeah, and we don't know here in Egypt enough about this war in Spain. So this book, it's very interesting. So
you decided to translate it.
I needed to translate it, and you know I have given it to the Cairo University. I've given it also for in Shams University. Yes. So I need to everyone to read this book.
So now we have some pictures here for you in displayed here on the screen. Can you explain to us more about this?
This photo in the summit of COP27 was with the president of Venezuela.
Yes.
Because I wanted to tell something about this photo. You know, I have graduated in May 2022. So I think that I have an investigation about the president of Venezuela and the situation in Latin America. So I needed to investigate more about this president. Yeah. So you know, in the same year, in November, I think so, in November, I have met this president, and I was his translator from Spanish into English.
Accompanying him everywhere.
Yeah. So for me, it was
very good experience.
Yeah, como a dream.
Yes, we still have some pictures.
Yeah, the Cairo University, here in the Spanish Culture Center for translating a movie from Spanish into Arabic, subtitling, translation. And the other photo is with I think it's diplomatic of the embassy of Peru.
Peru, yes.
Peru, yeah. It's
translating also.
No, it wasn't translating. It was like a project talking about the spreading of the culture of Peru and Latin America and Egypt. This is in the embassy of Spain. I have written like an article about the first journey in the world. It was in Spain, so they gave me this certificate, and this is with in the Spanish Culture Center with and diplomatic in Embassy of Peru.
Yes.
Yeah, and the other photos in the television of Venezuela, the national television in Venezuela, translating from English into Spanish.
Here in Venezuela? No, this one?
This in the Cairo University.
Cairo University.
Yeah.
So you translated for the Venezuelan television?
The television, yeah, and the president.
Yes. This is during the COP27 also?
Yeah.
Okay, during the same summit.
Yeah.
So, Eyad, tell me more about your future plans.
My future plans, now I have a plan that I need to help the Spanish Culture Center to spread the Spanish culture, you know, and the language, because I see that a lot of young men that has started to learn Spanish, and I need also that all of our people to know about Spain, to know about Latin America, because you know we have a very good relations with these people. And you know, like we have relations in the language, we have relations, the culture, and history. So I have this project to have like many events to for young men or for everyone in Egypt and in our continent to know about Spain, to know about this culture. And I pretend to prepare my the investigations of master in
yes, this is
Spain.
my coming question. Are you planning to make your master's degree?
Yeah.
In the Spanish
I'm having my master's degree. I have started to have my master's degree.
Also in the Spanish language or culture?
In Spanish language.
Spanish language.
Because you know that you need to have something new so I have to discover something new about the language. So I have discovered
already. You have
something
discovered
new.
already.
Yeah.
So what is your advice for fresh graduates and for students? As you told me something very important, which is that you started to work even before entering the university.
Yeah.
And this is and that gave you a very good boost in your work.
Yeah.
So tell me more about this.
Okay, it's very important because I want to mention the passion. If we have passion, we need to believe ourselves. We need to believe our dreams, because like I have told you that in my last year in the university, I have an article investigation about the president of Venezuela, and it was a dream to translate for a president here in Egypt.
Of course.
It was impossible, it was impossible, but in the same year in November,
to make it, yes.
Yeah. So my advice is to everyone, we need to have this
to follow the passion first.
Follow the passion. We have to believe in ourselves. We have to believe our dreams, because I know that there are a lot of people that may say that it's impossible, I can't do it, it wouldn't happen. But if we believe it, it will happen. We need to follow our passion. We need to do everything in our hands, and I think we will achieve our goals.
Yes, also Yasser, I hope you fulfill all your dreams in the coming period, but we'll go for a short break and we'll be back. Welcome back, dear viewers, and we are still talking with Mr. Eyad Yasser, a Spanish translator, about his passion to Spanish language. Also, Eyad, we were talking about the President Fattah al-Sisi's keenness to communicate with youth and give them chances to prove themselves and their capabilities. Yeah. And you said that you have seen that in the COP27 by yourself. So can you elaborate on this?
Okay, it's when I was in Sharm el-Sheikh, I thought that I would be like the only young man there in this field, because like treating with presidents, with ministers, it's very important. So I thought that would be like an experience, a man with experience, but I was surprised that I've discovered that they have a lot of young men there working like volunteers.
Yes, many volunteers, young men.
Yeah, so it was surprised to me that the President Fattah al-Sisi and our country that have started to give these opportunities to young men,
to youth in general.
To youth in general, because I remember a word of our president that he said that the youth is the future of our country, and he is a man in his word. So he gave us, all of us, this opportunity, and I think within 5 or 7 years this country will be one of the best again. So thank you for our President Fattah al-Sisi and our country for giving us this opportunity.
Yes. Also, you were talking also about efforts to spread the Spanish language now in Egypt and to make it more in schools and available to all students. How do you see these efforts?
I appreciate this efforts because I think that our country it has this concept that we need to treat with other countries. We need to treat with with other continents, and we have mentioned that like 21 countries with like Spanish on this mother tongue. So I think this efforts will have
will bear fruit. Results. Yes, in the coming period.
Will have a good results because we will have like tourists from Latin America. We have tourists from Spain. So I think that we will have enough tour guides. We will have enough translators in the Spanish, English, Arabic. So I appreciate these efforts, and I think it will have very good results.
Yes, finally, I'd like to thank you, Eyad Yasser, Spanish translator, and I wish you fulfill all your dreams in the coming period.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you for being with us, and happy Eid to you and your family. And by that, dear viewers, we come to the end of today's edition of Today's Youth. Thank you for watching.